You guys, happy Nursing Day. So, I just learned just a minute ago that in a few days there will be a Student Nursing Day, and that's got nothing to do with us. So in true nursing school fashion, I'm going to make this graduation speech into a group project. So I'm going to ask everybody to take out their phone. You're going to scan the QR code. I want everybody, family, friends, faculty, everybody. So it's wonderful to see you guys here. For many of us, it's the first time seeing you guys in 2 years, because nursing school has not left us with a whole lot of time. So I want to thank all of our professors. All of us want to thank all of our professors. Instructors, clinical people, faculty, for helping us build ourselves into this new version of us. And after all, we are your most recent group project. So it's impossible to make it through nursing school without support. So I want to thank friends and family who helped make this possible, who loved us into this moment. We've been in school, but you guys have been through something too, and that's not unnoticed. So for all of y'all who have heard me talk about Midlands Technical College nursing students before, you'll know that I think we are better than everybody else. So this question is for the graduate nurses, so that everybody else here can agree with me. So it is amazing to me that we are able to take on this much during these years, and that we have all done all of this while having jobs, while raising kids, and coming into fruition on dreams that we've had. I heard from our friend Gina that she's had this dream for 25 years, and today is the day of it happening. And because of that, we have a well-rounded perspective on life that comes from not just nursing school. And we do all that while keeping at least a 3.0 GPA, because at Midlands Technical College, C's and D's do not get degrees. So the last time that we were in this room together was for orientation, and it was overwhelming. It was on the coattails of COVID, and we weren't sure what we were going to be able to do, if we were going to be able to go into facilities, if we were going to have to wear a mask the entire time. There was so much uncertainty. For me personally, I was very guarded. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't tell a lot of people I was going to nursing school. I wasn't sure if I could see it through. And I don't think I was alone in those fears. It just gets worse from here. But we came to this program with a dream or a reason. Some of us inspired by family, others by experiences, others by nurses or nurses in our family, and some of us simply by knowing deep down that we were meant to care for others. So this question is for all graduate nurses and any nurse in the room. Why do you want to be a nurse?
Come on, God.
Somebody's got an answer. My brother, beautiful. So we have great intentions, but then came the onslaught of nursing school. And it's funny to say that nursing school isn't for the faint of heart, and it is not. We've spent the last few years telling people we can't do things because we've got nursing school. And there's been so many family functions that we've been missed because we've had to study. We can't stay up late because we've got clinicals in the morning. We can't be at a friend's milestones because there's an exam in the morning. There is always a test in the morning. There's also a very comedic overlap of symptoms of all the diseases we study in nursing school and being in nursing school. So like a rapid and irregular heart rate, I've got that right now. Weight gain and fatigue, I've heard that happens at other schools. Disturbed sleep patterns, check mark. Shortness of breath, like when your breath just catches, when the grade drops and the pulse out. You might skip a breath, just a little apnea, never hurt nobody. Diaphoresis when we have to give these group presentations, and all of us, every single one of us, have experienced clinical levels of hypothermia in the health science auditorium. And then there are the things that you experience in nursing school that would happen nowhere else in any school. So here's a conversation that would happen nowhere else. Just picture it, 2 students at a hospital here in Columbia. One says to the other, I have this tube. Guess where I'm going to put it? And the other student says, I want to come. Never. In the speech department or the math department, not gonna happen. So to my fellow students, look around. These people that were strangers the last time we were in this room together, now they are some of the few who understand exactly what it took to get here. The group check-ins, to make sure we got every EAQ question answered, did every module, turned in every project. How limit-centered risk can really make a difference. And all of our Quizlets are gonna miss having to type in RBLA 1 every day. The collective, you got this, before every big test. We are forever bonded as a student nursing family. Together we have fought for this, we have sacrificed so much time, so much comfort, so much certainty. We've been challenged, we have been stretched. We have made friends, and we have been reshaped by this journey. So for all of us graduates, take a breath. Feel this moment. Feel the gravity of your success. We have done something powerful. So friends and family, I want you to write a very brief congratulations to your family today. Yeah, I'll do it. So for the past 2 years, we've been introducing ourselves as a nursing student. Hi, my name is Rochelle, and I'm a nursing student for today. And being a nursing student has given us a safety net that we've really needed. We've had our clinical instructors there, our primary nurses to fall back on, and as a student nurse, there's a ticking time clock counting down on our favorite phrase of, I'm not sure, let me get your nurse. And that's all for protection, and we've needed it. Protection from a lot of things, not just the bullying and colloquial nurses eat their young culture in hospitals, but the stress as well. The attrition rate of this program is massive, but Professor Childress talked about the attrition rate of the first and second year nurse. Nurses.org quoted 50% will not be in the profession in their first 2 years. Their study said that job stress, lack of belonging, and workload is contributing factors, and we continually hear stories of staffing problems that affect care daily. We needed protection because nursing is full of things that can go so wrong. Our friend Jenny, her mom should be here today cheering her on. But Jenny tells the story of her mom in a different state, who because of alleged sentinel events caused by nurses, passed away while she was in the beginning of the program. Her mom's spirit guided her into better patient care by the example of what not to do. Legally, the nursing profession has found itself at a seesaw balancing act as the profession struggles with the concept of accountability when the business of healthcare opposes the patient's best interest, and we are being called to advocate in more situations and held accountable for mistakes that should be on the hands of the industry, and it is scary. So how do we do this? Through so much need, through so much pressure. Sometimes the negative and daunting aspects pollute the joyous reasons that made us decide to be nurses. So as encouragement, I want to show you a picture of my friend Sarah. She's on the left there eating ice cream. She's sitting in the front left. She's a float nurse at Lexington Medical Center right now. But when I met her, she was a nurse at Prisma. This is a picture of her, that's a picture of her in nursing school. She's smiling, she's not thinking about who she will encounter or the difference that she will make. She's just enjoying her time. And here's us, enjoying our time in the cafeteria, not thinking about anything else. After a test, being excited to be done with that little bit of stress. Sarah graduated in 2016, and then in 2020, here's a picture of one of her patients. That's my husband. And from there, her nursing school, her sleepless nights, her stressful tests, her and her team's efforts pulled my husband back to life. And she inspired a change in the direction of mine. And even though she was just doing her job, she became something to us that no amount of things can cover. She became a pivotal part of our life. As monumental as that is to our family, to her, she was a nurse. There's somebody right now, and they're fine. They're probably sitting at their job on a Tuesday. It's the afternoon, maybe they're thinking about lunch, maybe they're thinking about the weekend. They probably got a travel ball game to get to. They don't know you and you don't know them, and they certainly aren't thinking about the time you missed with your family to study or the inspiration that brought you to this moment of success. But they need you to be the person prepared to save them in their most vulnerable moments. And here we are, ready. We stand at the precipice of our education, the beginning of our career. We will be nurses. We will get to help them. We will get to save them. And then we'll get to do it again for somebody else. And that is the honor of nursing. So I want all of you guys to think of somebody, a nurse, who inspires you the way they affect the people around them. And friends and family, I want you to take a moment to say 3 words about the character of the person that you're here to support. So something really magical happens when you go to nursing school that you don't expect. You go to nursing school with other people who are going to nursing school. And while that seems really obvious, we get to become somebody who inspires, somebody who cares, somebody who is resilient, who is knowledgeable. And we do that beside people who care, who are resilient, who are knowledgeable. We sit in a classroom of inspiration because we didn't just learn about pathophysiology and pharmacology. We learned how to comfort somebody in their most vulnerable moment. We learned what it means to advocate fiercely for a patient's dignity. We learned how to hold space for families who are grieving and how to remain calm during chaos. We saw births as we stood beside women who brought their babies into the world and they breathed their first breath, and we saw deaths as we supported families comforting their last. The path to become a nurse makes you into a person that's so much more than you knew you could be. There are few other places in the world to be in this great of a company. We chose a noble profession, full of noble and inspiring people, and we have become that together. So graduate nurses today, as this pen is placed on us, let it serve as a promise to lead with kindness, to practice with integrity, to be bold and to be kind, to speak up, and to keep learning. And to anyone who ever doubted you, including yourself, remember this moment. To every time you questioned if you were enough, remember this victory. And when you are tired and you have doubt and it gets hard, remember why you started. Today we celebrate so much more than the end to a nursing program, the end to being in the cafeteria, the end to seeing each other in clinicals. Today is a day we are proud because we did not just survive nursing school. We became a nurse.